Okay, it's time for some more crappy eBay videos. What did I buy? It's been stacking up over here this last month again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's give it a big box first. Not very heavy, but it's big. It usually means something stupid like fenders or gas tanks, or primaries. You know, worthless junk nobody wants. Except me. I buy everything. Damn. Good thing I sharpened my knife. Alright, what do we got? Good packing. It's always a good thing. Good protection. Like that. Extra cardboard is always good. Oh, what a shocker, there's a fender in here. Boy, that is a one nasty, dirty ass fender. Yeah, that is. Hey, who hit the off button? Alright, so there's the one dirty fender. What you know nice about this dirty fender? I don't see much rust in here. I see lots of dirt. And it looks like they had an oil slick. Must have been off a Harley. Appears to be what's left of a rubber mud flat back there. So this is a front Springer fender. So these are Springer braces. Thin, so it's 40. It's 46 and early when you got thin braces. This has the short bracket here. The longer ones are out about here. So this means this is a 30s fender. So this is going to be a knucklehead or a 45 or something like that. It's a full skirted fender, so that means it's at least 34. So we got narrowed down to 34 to 46 for now, but when you put the thin brace in here, I think the brace came out in, for sure by 39 they had the longer brace. I'm not exactly sure what year they did that, but for sure 39 and up it is. So we're going to call it 38 and earlier is 35, or 34 I mean, 34. Alright, now then you start looking at the offset of these brackets. If it has a really heavy offset like that, is on both sides it's a big twin fender. If you have a narrow offset like this one here is right now, it's a 45 fender, so they're narrower. But this one here, it's kind of half and half. I don't know what it's off of. Could be an RL or a W or an EL. Or a UL. There you go. Now, everybody knows the knucklehead part, you triple the price. And being in the 30s, you go up about 10 times on the price. If it's a shitty 45 fender, then nobody cares. Alright, let's get this out here and see what we got. That is a heavy box. Is there anything else in here? Got that too. You always got to check them boxes and make sure there's nothing else in them. Sometimes they surprise you. They got room. Okay, now you go like that. Now, next way to identify it is it's damaged. There's this hole location right here. So, if it's a 36 and later big twin fork, the holes are way in the back here. If it's a 45 WL fender, then they didn't change the holes until 39 I think. So their holes are way up in the front. So right off the bat, it tells me this is not a knucklehead fender or UL fender. It's going to be a 45 fender or a VL. Now VL, I think, as I recall, no, VL had the fenders in front, holes in front. The RL had it in the back, like the other ones. So being in the front, that's a VL fender. So VL is 1930 through 36 big twin flathead motor bike. So this is going to be a 34 to 36 VL front fender. And they had the accessory fender light on here. That's what those holes are for. So that's what that fender is. Now it could be an RL fender too if the holes are more in the center. That's a toss-up on that one just by looking at the fender. Yeah. The RL fender had the fork is right in the middle. The VL, the fork is right here. The holes are forward of the fork. On an RL, they're right in the center of the fork. In the later fork, they were behind the fork. So you got to judge where you think the fork goes. So this could be an RL, maybe. Pretty sure it's probably a VL though, but I can go look and see what the advertisement said it was for. But I know for sure it's not a knucklehead. So either way, it's old. So I was hoping it's a VL fender because I need a VL fender for my 35 VL-D. And I think I got a 36 VLH case also, but I like a 35D hot rod motor. Anyway, there's a front fender for a VL. I think is pretty much what that's going to be. And somewhere in the earlier fender they had a hole right here, and this, I'm not sure what year this came out. I think 34 is when it was designed. I think 33 they had the hole right here, didn't have that on there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 34 to 36 would be my guess, just off the top of my head. Not that I really know all that much, but I'm just kind of guessing. But overall it looks pretty good. The brackets are nice, they're not damaged. This here looks pretty nasty, but in the real world that's an easy fix. Bend it back down, weld up a little, an 1.5, 2-inch long groove, and you're done. It's a nice fender. It sure beats having a bunch of rust in it and dents and other things these old bikes have. It's a little wavy through here, but not too bad. Kind of humped up a little bit through here a little bit, where it's low right here, but got some dentage up in here, but a little bit of body work. Yeah, I didn't say bondo work, I said body work. That means learn how to use a hammer and a dolly and fix it correctly. So yeah, this is a pretty nice fender. On my bike, should just put some black paint on it, call it done. Put the $5 paint job on it. I'd weld that up first though. And a little flat over here, got hit over here also. A little damage right over here. Yeah, that's why I was feeling some damage over there. Well, here's the damage. So it looks like it got hit right here and kind of buckled it a little bit. So yeah, a little beating and banging. It's a nice little fender. Oh, they had a rear stand, or yeah, fenders. They had a front stand on the bike too. That's what these holes are for. So now we can change the front tire. It's like a rear stand. Well, this will be a front stand. You put the stand down, bike goes up in the air, flips over, bike stays up in the air. You can do maintenance on the front end. So that's what these holes are for. These ones here are for the mud flap, which is obviously kind of still there. It's a rubber one. It should be leather. This is rubber. Later. Everything pre-war was leather. Post-war was rubber. Yeah, war would be World War II. War, not the Gulf War. Alright. Looks pretty good. I'm just throw it in storage the way it is. It's not going to rust anymore than it already is. Not really that much rust on it. Put that on my mock-up bike and where it belongs, and one more piece to my 35 going together. Alright, there you go.